Why is it so important that every month this jobs report comes out? Obviously, there's 10 million people unemployed.
And there's still 10 million people unemployed.
Okay.
But, prior to COVID, we had the lowest unemployment rate, 3.5% since 1969. I mean, it was just, we were living in an incredible era in terms of the percentage of U.S. workers who were in the workforce. And then came the pandemic. Mm-hmm. And now we're trying to sort out when we're going to get onto the other side of this finally.
So we're at, I think, 6.2% to be exact.
6.2%
10 million people still out of work. Mm-hmm. You mentioned getting to the other side of this.
Yep.
When do you see the other side of this actually happening?
So,
a year, 2 years, longer?
At the current rate that jobs are being created, it's still going to be about 2.5 years. The problem that we're starting to see is permanent joblessness. We call it economic scarring. And when people have been out of the workforce for a long time, their skills atrophy. It's like if you don't exercise for a long time, your muscles atrophy. You get sloppy. And employers look at people who have been out of the workforce for a long time, and they're like, no, it's a stigma, if you will. And that's becoming problematic because even though we've had tremendous amounts of job creation. We're pulling in all kinds of leisure and hospitality workers back off the sidelines, face-to-face service type of jobs that couldn't be done until really we got further into the vaccination process, which we are, and it is proceeding splendidly nationwide. So we're pulling all these people who were sidelined back into the workforce, but yet 41.5%, that's a record high post-COVID, 41.5% of those who are unemployed have been unemployed for 27 weeks or more. That's going to become problematic to get them back.
Say those numbers slowly so I understand.
41.5%.
Okay, so a little less than half of the people, 41%.
Who are unemployed,
okay,
have been unemployed for 27 weeks or more.
Wow.
And that
so it's a half a year.
It's a half a year.
Wow.
And that tends to be where employers start to view the resume a little bit differently. Why has this person been out of work for so long? So they might look to a new job entrant or somebody who's switching jobs before they look to somebody who's been out of the workforce, right or wrong.
Well,
but
if
again,
you're going to have a resume and have a blank for 6 months,
right?
This is talking to our friends out there. Write something.
I mean, there is
Put something in there. I was reading a lot. I don't just, it was a 6 month gap.
My LinkedIn feed, I've got more than 250,000 followers on LinkedIn.
Wow.
I get bombarded all the time with, I can do this work, I can do A lot of people have just hung out their own shingle in a post-COVID world and called themselves a consultant. So it's, DDB Incorporated. And you see this a lot. But you also, by the same token, know that they're not pulling in the money that they once were. So you don't want to get into a situation where the federal government has to step in and effectively subsidize incomes indefinitely. That's called socialism. And we don't want to go there.
We definitely do not. Thank you for watching this short clip. If you want to see the full episode, check it out right here. And if you have not subscribed to Valuetainment, click right here.
All we talk is money. All we talk is money. All we talk is money. All we talk is money.